Good afternoon, welcome to New York State Bridge Authority meeting. We're on a May 20th board meeting. The first thing we'll do is we have our Commissioner Dane Lashua, who is present. He's on video and he can hear us and he can participate in the meeting. Also to my left we have Commissioner Ron Dressel. We have Assistant Executive Director Tara Sullivan. We have Commissioner Roger Higgins, and we have our attorney, Mr. Wishback. We have our Executive Director, Joe Ruggiero, and myself, Richard Jerrington. Saying all that, and also we have other members of the staff sitting around the room. And saying all that, I'd like to adopt the minutes of the board meeting of April 17th.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? If not, roll call. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Second, administration. No administration?
No issues.
Let's go back to our annual board meeting agenda. This is a yearly meeting that we have to elect the positions of various officers of the Bridge Authority. And also we have a storm management annual report. So with that, let's call the meeting by the Vice Chairman. He is not here, so Rod or Roger? Rod? Call the meeting to order.
Oh, okay. Call the meeting to order. The annual Bridge Authority meeting of 2014. First on the agenda then for me as acting chairman is nominations for chairman of the board for the coming year.
I move.
Do I hear a nomination?
Richard Jerrington.
Dang, do you second that?
Yes, second.
Okay.
Move that
Are
nominations
there
be
any other
closed.
nominations from the floor? Hearing none. Which your team? Your vote? How do you vote?
Aye.
Van? Aye. I myself. Rich is the old and new chairman.
You're the man.
Thank
And
you,
I'll
Rod.
turn the meeting back over to you.
Roger and Dane, thank you very much. With that, we have election of other officers. We have our Vice Chairman, which will be Go on.
I move the following slate. Joe Romalia for Vice Chair, Joseph Ruggiero for Secretary, Carl Whitbeck for General Counsel, and Brian Bushek for Treasurer.
Any discussion? If not, roll call. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone against? No. Congratulations. Next, we have a resolution regarding Audit Committee.
I move that. Well, should I move with my name in there? I guess we're going to have to do some of that today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Move that the authority's audit committee consists of Commissioner Higgins, Commissioner Lashua, and Commissioner Romalia, and that Commissioner Higgins shall serve as chair of the audit committee.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? If not, roll call. All in favor say aye.
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 Next, we have a resolution regarding the Authority's Finance Committee.
I move that the authority finance committee consist of Commissioners Jerrington, Dressel, and Romalia, and that Commissioner Dressel shall serve as chairman of the finance committee.
Someone second it?
Second.
Any discussion? If not, roll call. All in favor say aye.
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 Next, the Governance Committee.
I move that the authority's governance committee consist of Commissioners Lashua, Jerrington, and Higgins, and that Commissioner Jerrington shall serve as chairman of the governance committee.
And Jane seconded it, correct, Jane? I heard you say that.
Yes.
Any other discussion? If not, roll call. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And before us, we have a resolution regarding our monthly meetings. which are outlined here from June to May for the next 12 months.
I move that the calendar be adopted as submitted to the board.
Second. Discussion? Now roll call. All in favor say aye.
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 The next one is to resolution to authorize to appoint and designate one or more persons as police officers for the authority.
So moved.
We move Brad
Brad
Moore
Moore
and
and Sal
Salvatore
Russo.
Russo.
Second.
Any other discussion? If not, roll call. All in favor say aye.
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 And before we move our annual stormwater management report, we have it on file. We do not receive any written public comment regarding that. I'm not aware of any public comment. Bill, have we received any as of yet?
We received no comment.
All right.
Make a motion to open the public hearing for public comment.
To open the public hearing. Motion?
I'll move to open the meeting to the public for general comment.
Rod? Van seconded. Any discussion? If not, it's open to the public.
Hearing none. You move to close the public comment.
Move to close the meeting, seeing no
This is just tradition.
members of the public are here to comment. Move to close the meeting, return to the regular order of business.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? If not, roll call. All in favor say aye.
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 In saying all that, we have to pass a resolution regarding our annual stormwater management report. Moved by,
So moved.
second.
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 Any other discussion? If not, and also make note that it was open to the public and there was no public comment. All in favor say aye.
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 All right, next, our administration, we have no reports at this time. Engineering and maintenance, Bill Morrell.
Thank you. So I think we spoke briefly at the last meeting about our overpass for Interstate 84 over 9W down at Newburgh. We've worked up a memorandum of understanding with New York State Region 8 DOT to work on the design together. They want to improve the corridor of 9W. We want to replace the overpass. So Carl's looked over this MOU and has no objection to the way it's structured, so we'd like to ask your authorization to execute that MOU.
So moved.
Move forward.
Second.
Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
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 Thank you.
When
vendor-
do you anticipate that might happen?
Well, we're prepared a advertisement for design services jointly with the Region 8 already, so now that we can move forward, we'll advertise that, hopefully select a designer by September, October of this year, do the design the next 9 months, get the project out to bid before the end of 2015, and then do the work in 2016 as a
That's not gonna change the
Sorry.
configuration of the 9W underneath.
The
Right.
DOT would like to change that. They like these traffic circles. They don't like traffic lights anymore. So they have 3 conceptual design schemes because Route 32 comes in
Yeah.
9W
Comes down the hill.
84. Right. So to get all the interchanges, it's not a conventional traffic circle. The entrance ramps to I-84, of course, don't lend themselves very well to a traffic circle. So they have some hybrid designs that they'd like to
But
have the
there's a
design.
fair amount of confusion there,
Isn't there?
Yeah,
I agree.
it's a high volume, and
especially at night, first.
right, and there's overheight clearance with the 9W overpass, so there's
This could be a
not
big project.
infrequent- Yeah, it'll be a big project. We have plans to do it in what they call the ABC, Accelerated Bridge Construction methodology, so it'll be a prefabricated span and rolled into place, slid into place, lifted in by a crane somehow over probably 2 weekends, one eastbound, one westbound. And we'll try to be as easy on the traffic disruption as possible. I-84, of course, will have some impact as well, so should be an interesting design. So we'd like to at least get started with that. Thanks for the resolution. Next up on the agenda is a lighting energy saving proposal. We received proposal from a vendor of Central Hudson, Lime Energy. They have a program where Central Hudson reimburses up to 70% of the cost of replacing your street lights with the LED lights. You may recall we already went through this down at Bear Mountain, and we got a 20% reimbursement from NYSBA. So the return on investment looks like about 30 months. So there's a couple options on how to finance that, and we'll look into these options for you. But basically, actually the return on investment was 22 months. So basically, if we paid the same electric bill we're paying now for the next 2 years, we would pay off our share of the construction cost, and then we'd see a 70% energy savings in 22 months. So it looks like a great opportunity to save on our operating budget moving forward. We're still evaluating the fixture. We would like this program to accept the fixture that we've selected for both Bear Mountain and Newburgh, so we have the same fixture. So we're still kind of working out the details as to what the hardware will look like, but we'd like your authorization to enter into this.
Is there an organization down around at Bear Mountain that we usually have to contact, Carl?
Well, Bear Mountain gets its power from Rockland. It's not the Central Hudson, so they're not part of this program. And
We did a project there before. This one's at Mid-Hudson.
Just at Bear Mountain.
and we're looking into the same program for Kingston and excuse me, and for Rip Van Winkle, Central Hudson Services. Rip Van Winkle just on the west shore, but that's where our plaza is, and that's where our electric service for the bridge comes from.
You know, it dawns on me that as commissioners, we obviously have a fiduciary responsibility, and we will be saving money over the long term. But I think beyond that, it's just the right thing to do. And it's nice to see the Bridge Authority, I think, leading the way in these types of projects, and showing that not only can government agencies, call us whatever we are, but municipal agencies, government agencies can not only save money and do the right thing financially, but we're contributing to really a better society down the road as we save on electrical usage.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the right thing to do, and it's good to see us moving forward in that direction.
Correct. I mean, I can't agree more with what Roger what he said, but also in this program too, from what I understood or understand going this whole process, is that the next 10 years, if the light bulbs go out, or you can call the vendor to come replace it, they have all that responsibility for the next 10 years.
I don't know that it's a 10-year warranty. There is a warranty period. But our experience with LEDs is we've gotten 20-year service life out of our variable message signs, our lane controllers. We have a lot of LED fixtures that we started using over 20 years ago now. And they have come a long way. They're very reliable, very energy efficient compared to a conventional incandescent bulb. So, as you know, we already decided to move ahead with a much more modest reimbursement program at Bear Mountain, and we feel that's successful, so this makes it even sweeter. So,
I'll move the resolution.
Second.
Any other discussion? If not, roll call. All in favor, say aye.
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 Jobs in progress?
we should finish the first quarter of the Newburgh South Span deck replacement project. I mean, as far as deck panel and barrier replacement, by mid to late July. So the contractor's already working, preparing phase 2 for remobilizing his traffic pattern. We've gotten some results on the quality of the deck panels, and we've dispelled any major concerns. Strain gauge results I got over the phone yesterday. The installation procedure, everything it's been confirmed, that it's not, there's no problems with the way the contractor's doing the installation. So we're moving forward on completing the project. So.
Has the traffic slowed down any?
Yes, I did notice at times of the day there has been some improvement. I don't know about at night. When there's lighter traffic, there's more of a problem. But when there's heavier traffic, 1 or 2 people pay attention, and then everybody has to slow down. So
We just actually got a phone call from the head of Region 8 and DOT, concerned about our adherence to the traffic patterns during rush hours as outlined in the governor's Drivers First initiative, and I assured him that we had 3 lanes open during rush hours, and could you state for the board what those are so we have it on the record?
Yeah, over a 24-hour period, the contractor's allowed to take one of the 3 lanes out of service after 9 o'clock in the morning, because there's a lot of people getting to the train. So from 9 o'clock till about 3:30, there's only 2 lanes available to the traveling public while the contractor works out of the second lane while he demolishes the first lane. Then from 3:30 to about 8:30 at night, the 3 lanes are available. And they take it down to 2 lanes between 8 and 8:30, and then 1 lane after 11 if they're working. And then they restore all 3 lanes by 6 o'clock in the morning for the morning rush hour. So we think it's a very serviceable.
Comment?
Yes, sir.
One of the things I noticed coming in from the west is that the sooner, it seems to me anyway, the sooner that it's the traffic is narrowed down to the number of lanes that are supposed to be there, the better. So the further back along the road, the smoother the traffic runs. Is that true or not? And if so, we ask the police to move the barrier, some way to make it so that it merge sooner.
Well, we started on the east end of the bridge to avoid dropping a lane with that blind curve we have at the west end. But yeah, you'll get lane closures farther west as we move into phase 2, just by the nature of the logistics. I-84 is only 2 lanes until you cross 9W, so it's a total disaster if we try to reduce I-84 to 1 lane. We've tried that. So we are maintaining the full capacity of I-84 until you get east of 9W, and then we go back to 2 lanes as we need them during the day. 3 lanes are available, of course, during rush hours. But it will be a tighter pattern, much closer to the west than we've experienced, because we're going to now do the west end of the bridge. So that may help slow traffic down. Since you can't see anything as far as the construction pattern, zone, equipment, until you cross through that turn and under the Bombville overpass, we really didn't want to start there, hoping people would get accustomed to the congestion and the lane shifting and the narrower lanes. But that'll begin in the end of July, early August. So we'll see if that improves things. But yeah, we really can't go beyond 9W with lane closures, because you end up down to 1 lane. We have signs. We have advanced speed zone reduction signs, but there's no lane closures.
Any other questions? If not, do we have a motion?
Move to accept the jobs and progress report.
Second?
Second.
No other discussion? If not, roll call. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Great,
Thank you, Bill. Next, Brian. Financial.
Good afternoon. First up is the investment report. There were 5 investments for the month. The vast majority of them are in a short-term time horizon, because we expect to consume the remaining of the 2012 proceeds in the coming 6 months. And then the normal pay-go funds from the maintenance reserve will come in on the back end of that to finish the year out. All of those investments are reflected on the next page. To note, in the maintenance and construction funds, we have approximately $83 million remaining. Yields continue to be very low, as the substantial amount of our investable funds are invested with maturities, for the most part, in less than 6 months.
Move to accept the investment report.
Second?
Second.
Any other discussion? If not, roll call. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Quarter operations report.
Okay, next up, the quarterly operations report. Effectively, for the first 3 months of 2014, traffic is down 2.77%, largely attributable to the harsh winter. Traffic is down in both classes, commercial and passenger, passenger and commercial, 2.78, 2.65 respectively. Total decrease in toll revenues of 2.78. Overall, operating expenditures were up by approximately $80,000. This was the net result of a number of factors. One being timing of some health insurance bills. Repairs and maintenance were up associated with obviously the difficult winter and all the snow removal costs, and offsetting that we had a reduction in our governmental assessments, which last year at this point in time we paid related to the awarding of the Newburgh Beacon contract. Operating expenses, this is non-resolution, but overall operating expenses were budgeted at $30.6 million. We've spent 4.6 obviously so far. We'll book 2.0 million and 1.6 million for post-employment benefits and depreciation for the walkway over the Hudson as of 12/31. Lastly, in terms of capital improvement projects, we budgeted $80.8 million for the year. So far in the first quarter, we've spent 4.6. The larger expenditures really kick in now as the construction projects at Newburgh go full steam.
Any questions? If not, a motion to...
Actually, no action is required. This is just for information purposes.
Thank you, Brian. Anything else?
Actually, I'm covering for Wayne.
Okay.
Okay.
Wayne basically has the New York State Thruway Authority first quarter easy pass.
Yes, the first quarter easy pass bill for the thruway is $883,528.32. If you look at the back of the second page, how this compares historically. Overall, we're down versus prior year to 3.978 million transactions versus almost 4 last year. Our cost is higher, most entirely attributable to the higher cost per transaction associated with the complicated formula of usage day. Obviously, transactions are down, as we discussed, associated with first quarter and the harsh winter.
Move to approve the payment.
Second? Rod?
Second.
Any other discussion? If not, roll call. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Executive Director reports.
We have no expense report to notify the board of. You have the traffic and revenue analysis report. Brian touched upon it. We saw a reduction in April, about 90,000 commuter trips, which is a significant reduction, as well as a 10% reduction in commercial traffic, so which kind of adds to the stagnation of our revenue, the decline of our revenue, which can be concerning if it's a trend that continues for the remainder of the year. And Easy Pass sales are still lagging behind last year, but we have picked up since the nicer weather.
Well, that's not surprising after the big shot of.
I know, we had that big burst for a few years and we were feeling good about ourselves, but that's all we have, and really what it is.
No presentations to board. Any old business? Any new business? Any attorney-client privilege?
No.
Motion to adjourn. Roger?
So moved.
Second.
Second, our next meeting is June 19th, 2014 at 3 p.m. Thank you. Have a lovely day.